is how we do it. La 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 la.
That's kind of difficult. We got to work on that.
Yo.
We got to work on that. Good morning, everyone. It is the Studio W Sports Page, brought to you by J&J. I'm your coach, your host, your man Bill. Riding as always with me, I got Mr. Kevin Harris and Mr. Romar Smith. We were still working our sound out, but I think we're good for right now. Fellas, how you doing?
Yo, what's going on? What's going on?
I'm doing good. Can't complain.
Good. Had to make some adjustments and things of that nature. We're gonna get our faces on the screen real quick. But guys, it's been a couple of weeks, man. You know, I had to work. We had a action-packed 2 weeks. We had, Big Q, shout out again. Happy birthday to my brother, the Rev Darryl E. Taylor. Man, last weekend, bruh. We still talking about it, ain't we, Kevin?
Hey man, and look, so I guess it's almost pretty safe to say that you actually said it yesterday. You said that he set the tone for the party season this year.
Yeah, yes, he did. Yes, we did. A week later, we still talk about it. That was like the first party with warm weather, first party of the spring. And it just sets that vibe, man. I mean,
I think it's like the kickoff to 2024 to see what else is getting lined up for the summer.
Oh yes, and then we had WrestleMania come, bruh. I'm still mad that you didn't spend WrestleMania with us. You was off being Mr. Kevin Harris. And we respect that, but
right.
Granddaddy of them all, the biggest WrestleMania event of the entire year.
Yeah.
And you know how it gets down. We watch every pay-per-view together. So to have you not there for the biggest one,
I know.
I'm being real, bro. It's like not having your star player for the championship game, man.
But we had a couple of replacement kids. Like Rev even popped up.
I heard.
Rev, he came through and watched it with us. Huge shout out to my brother Sean Jackson, Lamont Doswell. They all came through and party. And they're not really wrestling fans, but I know when I call my brothers, you know what I'm saying, they come through, and I can't emphasize how much that means to me, man.
Right.
That means the world, man. Because a lot of folks, man, they out here, I don't care how much money you got. I don't care what you got, fame, fortune, whatever you do for it, you can be well off, bro. If you don't have, your G's, you don't have real friends to be around and have to share that with, then what's it for, bro?
Yeah.
It doesn't mean a thing if you ain't got your real ones.
Yeah.
Or your day ones, as they call.
Yeah, my real ones, my day ones, man, they came through, man. I had the time of my life. I enjoyed every last minute of it.
Except until they started calling me by my government.
Oh, come on.
Man, stop it, man. Hey, look.
Well, we ain't gonna call you by your government on here. Not too much. Not too much.
Now we'll call you Romar Reigns, man. Romar Reigns, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he'll call you. No, you're the panelist. See? Right there. Panelist. That's a good name. That's a good name for you. My street analyst.
Romar, I forgot to tell you, you actually got a shout out from one of my friends on Facebook. He says, I know the guy in the white shirt. Is that Romar? Like, yeah. I was like, oh, Sukkis. Oh, like, go ahead now. Romar, I think you got a new fan on from my friends list, man, earlier this week.
My brother's well known, man. My brother's well known.
Yeah. Well, that just go without saying. We done talked about this on the rise over here. It's like Richmond is like the size of a dime. Everybody knows everybody. Like, you basically the king of Northside.
Man, I ain't the king. That's why I done been at all my life with, man.
So you're not? So you claiming you're not the king of no? No, the king of Battery Park. That's what
Battery Park. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's my claim to fame.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that out the way. I'm gonna get that out the way before Sid come on.
Most people just call me the mayor.
The mayor.
The mayor of Battery Park.
No, they just be like, when I go out somewhere, like I might y'all with a female, and it's been like that for a very long time. But I've been like, they be like, "Can you go? Is it anywhere you can go without nobody knowing you?" I'm like, "No, really, not really,
Not really.
Not really.
not really."
What? Well,
It's like different phases of how somebody might know me because of the name that they might call me by. Now, if you call me by my nickname, that's the hood. Call me by my government. We went to school together.
Understood.
You call me our kid. Oh, you only know me on social media. It'd be so crazy. Like,
The man who wears many hats, ladies and gentlemen.
I like to go. I can go places. I can go places with certain people though, and know a lot of people. We might know the same people, but nobody know that we in there together, chilling. But for this week in wrestling though, it was crazy.
Oh man. So do you think that night 2 was better than night 1?
Yeah, because you didn't know. But we all knew what they expect, but it definitely was some unexpected that was involved.
Well, I think the one thing, and I'm gonna tell you, the funniest moment for me, night 2, was when the first match, and it was funny. Mill called this a while back that he knew what was going to happen with the first match when, Drew McIntyre won the title,
Yeah,
but the problem was everybody seemed to forget, except for us, that Damian Priest was lurking in the weeds somewhere,
yeah, we
cashing
said we
in.
was gonna cash
Well,
in on one of them.
yeah, I mean, we all called it, and this was all, and it's so funny. As soon as the match was over, Mill called me. He says, "Kev, did you just see that?" Like, yeah. I'm sitting there yelling at the TV, yelling at him on the phone. Like, you just caught me in that moment. I like lost it all, man. It was so hilarious. I'm sitting there busting out laughing.
But the crazy thing is, he deserved what happened to him.
That's exactly what I told him.
Right, man.
It was all Drew's fault.
I mean, yeah, you want to? Why go mess with him? He ain't bothering you.
And I'm sitting there thinking, like, what was the point in trying to even antagonize that? That's exactly what you get.
You still trying to blame CM Punk for your cocky arrogance after you won the match. You tried to hit you in that man's face, hitting him with the DX jump. Hey, you got what you deserve. As soon as
man,
you turn your back, that's where you messed up at. After you do something like that, you just turn your back. You better jump off that jump real quick.
It's like you took. This is what happens when you take your eye off the ball, and somebody comes in from behind and bashes you in the head with the briefcase, catches it in, does the South of Heaven move. One move is all it took.
But see, you understand something. This is deep rooted a little bit further. Let's take a little bit further than that.
Yeah, because he did turn down the exception to join them.
Yes. Not only that, he also has issues with the Judgment Day. But let's not forget, Drew McIntyre was the one bragging about injuring CM Punk.
Yeah, very true. Yeah.
So he gave CM Punk pretty much
the ammo.
Pretty much, and not only cost him that,
he poured the gas on him.
Not only the cost that, but to keep on messing with him.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, that's one thing that cost me months in my career, but you're going to keep on bragging about it. Think I'm just going to sit there and not do nothing?
And then Punk did it again Monday night.
Yes, he did.
Yeah. And
Punk already told him when I come back from his injury, I'm coming for Drew McIntyre. You the first one on the list. So with all these angles, all these segues and these segments, it looks like he might be closer to coming back sooner rather than later.
Mm-hmm.
All makes for good television. Best television, better than it. I can't watch anything else.
But what's so funny?
Sorry, I can't watch American Housewives or Game of Thrones.
No.
I I can't watch Baddies East and all this Tubi and I can't watch. I'm sorry, I can't follow. I can't do it. It's not my DNA. It's only certain BS that will register in my brain, and most of this modern daytime television is just not going to happen.
Oh, y'all talking about me, huh?
Oh, is that a chime in?
No, it wasn't.
Oh, you know what that sounds like?
A spam call.
It sounds like I got a trivia question.
Oh, great. Here we go.
But these chime ins and interruptions, and lucky my WB is out there on the patio because this one, it would be right up his alley. But it's 9:33. It is a Studio W Sports page brought to you by J&J. And I'm just not going to leave these trivia question moments up to mentioning a certain basketball team. Certain basketball team that we know and love, got tons of respect for.
Who?
We're not gonna go there because if you say a name, it's gonna be two questions.
No, you said
a certain basketball team.
no, but
we ain't going that route again.
Oh, that deserves a trivia question, man. I'm
trying to keep it PG. I'm trying to keep the blood pressure low for right now.
No, you just go ahead and give us two because I don't like the ending sentence of that. Because that is very fictional.
Very fictional.
Non-fictional. Yeah, very.
I mean, we do got to. I ain't saying with Kazim, we got tons of love and respect for him.
Yeah, fictional.
I mean, it couldn't be tough love.
Yeah, it's fictional.
It couldn't be. We ain't got no tough love for him.
Hey.
I still got some questions on that, but we'll talk about that later.
Just go ahead. It's too
tough love and disrespect.
Might as well put it out there.
Okay, no. Let's just leave it alone. Of that team.
Oh my God!
Let's leave it.
Trust me, it's gonna tie. It's gonna tie into everything else. But
let's be lucky we ain't got. I don't have any holy water.
Oh boy,
in my system.
Well, since it's a chime in, I'm gonna keep this trivia question to wrestling.
There you go. All right, let's do it.
I got one.
And I got one. Actually, I got one too. But
actually, I'm gonna keep it because I'm gonna keep it on wrestling just for a little while. I'm gonna make this one real cool.
All right, go ahead.
Q shout out to my man Gunther, who was also he gave up that reign. That was one hell of a match by Sami Zayn. I loved every minute of it. I was cheering for. That
was probably the best match of the day.
I had Roman invested, and I was like, "Yes, do it, Sammy, do it." And he did it. He beat Gunther ending his 2-year reign as champion.
And look, and the funny thing is, so I was doing my little predictions on both nights. The ones from Saturday night, my picks were straight trash.
Me only probably.
I got like 2 of them wrong.
I had 4 of them wrong actually on Saturday, and only 1 wrong on Sunday.
Yeah.
So I was like. Yeah, I was a little bit off on that one. I'm like, oh, okay.
Let me get my crazy trivia question out the way before you get yours.
No, this is a trivia question. This is it. We're right here. It's Gunther. Gunther ended his reign. So my trivia question, y'all, is since Sami Zayn, who was the last person to pin Gunther's shoulders to the mat? 1, 2, 3.
Ricochet.
He pinned Gunther's shoulders to the mat 1, 2, 3? Or did he win by disqualification?
Chad Gable.
No.
No.
They beat them by technicality disqualification.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Who was the last wrestler to pin Gunther's shoulders to the mat 1, 2, 3?
I give up.
Since Sami Zayn. I gave you the answer. I gave you the answer this past weekend.
Man, do you know what
during the week.
Man, you know how many conversations we have doing
All right, I give y'all a hint.
Okay.
He made his debut on Monday Night Raw this past week.
Oh, what's his name? Ilja something, I think.
Yes, Ilya Dragunov. Yeah, Ilya Dragunov was the one that beat Gunther and set Gunther up to the main roster. Ilya It was him.
So I got everybody. Y'all both should get this one right. We're the only person that won the money in the bank and ain't cash in.
It was more than one.
Oh well, the recent one, the most recent one,
Who was the most recent one?
Austin Theory.
Austin. Yeah, he screwed that up royally. Damian Sandow messed it up one time, and John Cena messed it up one
And so did Baron Corbin.
and Baron Corbin.
Oh wow.
Yeah. That's why I said I knew it was more than one.
It was at least. Well, I knew it was at least three.
More than one. That's why I said the most recent one.
Yeah, that was. And you still had me on that because I forget all about Austin Theory. Even though you shout out to them, they about to have a very short-lived tag team title reign.
Yeah. That won't last too long.
I'm not. It's just.
Some tell me that they knew they would end up with some.
They're great heels.
Huh?
They're great. They're good heels. Theory and Waller. They're good heels
Yeah.
because they just irritating. There's nothing I like. Nothing. I mean, they do have some impressive moves, but the overall makeup of them is just downright irritating. So they're good. They're good heels. I give them that much.
All right, Kim, what's your trivia question?
How many days has Io Sky held the belt before she lost it?
Oh, that's a good one.
What about 150?
Nope.
I'm not gonna get. It's like 230 something.
You're close.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. That's the closest I'm gonna get. I'm not gonna get the accurate answer.
245 days.
280.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna get the. I wasn't gonna. I might get the 100th right, like 200, 300. I'm not gonna get the tens and the ones.
She almost held it a year.
Yep.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. She did last WrestleMania, right?
No.
it was a pay per view.
It was a pay per view.
Was it Money in the Bank?
I want to say SummerSlam.
No, yeah, it might have been
SummerSlam.
It might have been
Because
SummerSlam.
Bianca had just won the belt. And
Yeah,
she
Bianca.
came in, and she hurt herself, and Io came in.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I
So it was the pay per view after Money in the Bank.
Pay per view after a couple of pay per views after. It
Well,
won't long after.
Yeah, it might have been the second one after.
It won't long after. That girl's a beast. But yeah,
Well, I see the end of Damage Control coming very soon.
So you think they're gonna break up?
No, I mean once they ain't gonna have no belts. They
I
already lost. They already done lost one belt.
see them turn on Dakota Kai.
That's
Io
how,
is smart.
that's highly
and-
possible.
And Dakota Kai is one of those ones you can't trust.
No.
She has turned her back on every last partner that she's had. You can't trust her. So they're going to try. I can see them trying to get rid of her before they get rid of. Before she turns on them. Get the drop on Dakota before Dakota gets the drop on her. I can totally see that. I can see. And in a perfect world, I think Damage Control can lose the belts, and the Damage Control part might break up, but the Kabuki Warriors
will
is
still
not.
stay together. Yeah.
I can see that. I can totally see that. But on tonight, we're gonna wrap on WrestleMania up in a little bit, and we're gonna get to some basketball because we got a lot of flowers to get to y'all. We got a lot of flowers to get. Night two was as expected. I did not like the Logan Paul, Randy Orton, Kevin Owens match, even though I knew Logan Paul was going to win.
Yeah.
That match, I mean, put together, it was too much predictability in because you got two main
that
eventers.
is definitely true.
You got two main eventers fighting for a mid card title. I mean, what direction was you gonna go in after that? You better off and then you saw the chemistry between Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. You better off making them a tag team.
Yeah.
So that's one of the reasons why I said this. I don't care how it goes. The match can be exciting, but the script itself has a ceiling.
Hey, but you know what's so crazy? was just sitting here thinking, if they were a tag team, their name would be RKO.
Yeah, it would. And I buy that T-shirt too. I urge you to buy that T-shirt too.
Just sitting here thinking about it, like, what would be their name?
You don't have to go far for this one.
Yeah.
RKO. I love it. Yeah, WWE creative, make it happen.
Well, don't worry, because like I said, somebody is watching us on the show right now, and because you never know, some of those ideas brought to you by us, and somebody be taking like Triple H is probably sitting there listening, or somebody in the back is probably sitting there thinking like, oh, and this why your numbers go up, man. You give them a shout out, they gonna take their ideas and run with it.
Yeah,
and then they gonna say, Romar, you called this months ago.
All in all, the Paul Levesque era was a huge success. I'm talking about everything. I mean, you had from Friday up until Sunday night, you had wall to wall, tip to tail, all day long wrestling access.
Yeah.
Whether it was on Peacock, whether it was on live TV, live streams, you had wrestling to watch the entire weekend, and it was all worth it. The matches itself did not disappoint. When we talk, when the guys now, when we talk about, we chop it up, talking about the storylines, we talking to it from a storyline perspective. We really get in depth and really talk about the stuff that goes on behind the scenes, or what we think goes on behind the scenes, because we don't really know what's going on. We just speculate just like you guys. And for us, the predictability that's our entertainment value. That's our entertainment factor to it. So WrestleMania was awesome. What an amazing weekend. But not only did we have basketball to talk about, not only we have wrestling to talk about, we got basketball to talk about. And yo, Roma, got your guy on the line, Mr. Go Get a Bucket.
Mr. Sellout too. Sell out on the bucket. Yeah, sell out on one too. He might go get one because he can definitely sell out on one too.
Oh boy.
Yo, Sid.
Yo, what's going on?
All right, before we really talk about basketball, bruh, I gotta get on you, bro. What happened to you last weekend, man? What happened to you last week, bro? You supposed to come through, man.
I was with the girl, man.
Man.
I was with the girl.
Oh,
he's scared.
No, tell him what you told me earlier.
What? I forgot. I'm telling you.
I was gaslighting a little bit. I was
about to make up some trash.
Oh, man. Oh, here he go.
Yo, but what about we talking basketball. Yo, Calvin.
Yeah, man.
Talk about my girl Dawn Staley, man.
Let me tell you this, man. If that woman is
talk about Dawn, man.
If this ain't the GOAT of college basketball right now, I don't know what to tell you. This woman, man, is off the rails, man. No pun intended. 109-3, the last 3 seasons. The only woman who has won.
Hold on, let's do it. Let's do it right. If you're gonna give her 5s when it comes to it, the only black
that's why I was
head coach, male or female, to have 3 national titles.
She's also in the top 5 of all-time wins.
No, she only got, can't be well.
Yes,
but still,
not that fast.
How many games? She only lost 3 games.
3 games in 3 seasons.
Let's see. Okay, but you got to think about, where did she coach at before that?
That's right.
She made Temple of Power a team.
Okay.
When she was at Temple, because she was the head coach of Temple before she moved to South Carolina. That's how she got the job at South Carolina, because of the job that she did making Temple's women basketball team somewhat a good basketball team.
But think about all the stuff, man. Think about everything.
3-time national player of the year at UVA. Oh yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. I loved her at UVA.
And look, coach of the year, 4 out of 5 years.
I mean, when you and man, look,
That's tough.
what I was reading something the other day. It was a girl that was on her team that really was all about her education, and her parents was like, "It's education before sports." They didn't have her major at South Carolina. Don Staley went to the administration and they found a way to adapt the program for what this female wanted to do to get her the major in. She created a class for this girl.
A whole class.
She created a whole class based around this girl's major of what she wanted to go to school and major for. One of her athletes.
Oh, that girl must have been sweet. It must have been the Wiley girl.
No, I don't know. She was a senior. She a senior. But also, y'all know. Do you know that her basketball trains against a bunch of males that go to school there, like an intramural male basketball team. They train against dudes every day in practice, and they get national championship rings. She gives them rings too. She's different, man.
And she has the most. Man, she has the. I mean, that no one has had an impressive three. That
A
impressive
3-year run.
Three.
How many games did it? How many games she got? What 1-0? What is it?
109 and 3.
Goodness gracious, that is a crazy.
Let that sink in for a second.
Oh yeah, I've been over here thinking about it. Like that is crazy.
Wait,
Like
didn't you come
in
out?
3 years, you only lost 3 games. Like that's crazy.
But but you gotta think about it. Gino had a run where he broke the record for most games without a loss. He broke the UCLA record. Remember, I mean, UConn ran off 103 or something like that before they lost a game in a full 5-year stretch.
She has 445 and 177. She has a career winning percentage of 715.
Okay, and look at Gino. I'm not saying that, but
So, are you trying to tell us that Gino's better?
well, he's been in the game a little bit longer than Don, but
That's the only thing he's got.
She's the top of the mountain in women's basketball. New Mount Rushmore of head coaches.
Now
She set the standard.
That's what I was about to say.
She set the standard now in the way the game is.
The game has evolved
Yeah,
in the last 10, 15 years.
but think about it though. At the same time,
Gino
Gino and Pat Summit during the time when Tennessee was a powerhouse like that, they were the engine that started it.
Now the problem is, as far as win percentage, I don't see her catching Gino.
Yeah, no,
Gino, hold on, listen. Gino is 1,202 and 161.
Great day.
And now,
And 88 win percentage of 882.
and how many years total has Gino coached?
And that's in 39 years.
39 years.
39 years, and his is a 1,200 to 1. Goodness gracious, that means he was losing like a little bit of games here and there. Like,
Yeah, I mean, he already has more years, and Don already has more losses and 500 less wins.
yeah,
She has like 10 more wins 10 more losses and 500 less wins.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But
Well,
she is.
But this 3-year run she's had, run she had at South Carolina is unprecedented.
She's what? She's a player's coach. She's serious. She mean what she mean. But
She is the now.
yeah,
Exactly.
she is the now. Yeah,
She is the now. Now, when we talk about these numbers, I can tell you like this. This does not say that Gino Auriemma is a better coach than Don Staley.
but right now, everything she does, recruiting wise and everything, she is the best at it.
These numbers are saying that they are in the same breath. They're in the same order. They're in the same conversation.
Yeah,
Gino Auriemma can't take nothing away from him, but Don Staley, she's still coming. She's still gonna come win more championships.
yeah.
She's gonna start winning these recruiting. She already has. She already
wait till the
has.
transfer portal gets jumping again.
Yeah, she's winning those battles. She's winning those battles against the UConns and the South and
the Stanfords and
the
Notre
Stanfords
Dames.
and Notre Dames and
The USCs.
USC's, even the LSU's.
Yeah.
Man, you imagine if she had Juju on that team?
Oh, Lord. Oh. But she got the
got-
crazy thing is she got like 2-3 other Jujus coming off the bench.
Yeah, she got.
But see, that's the thing. People keep forgetting
She got
that.
people.
Yeah,
She got
they
she
run
got that cook right now.
They run a spades table. They can run a Boston on people.
Yeah.
It's like they can run 13, 14 deep. Easy.
And then
Not
and
too
then look, this is a crazy thing. Something about spades. They like, oh, we'll change the deck of cards. All right, fine. Her whole starting five can graduate. She'll come back with a new starting five next
But you know
team
what-
and
you know what-
still run a table on y'all.
You know what's the crazy thing? The same girl that Caitlin Clark left alone to shoot all game long last year was the same girl that shut her down and held her to 7 points all game long. When she
Except
was
for the
on
first half. Once Dawn says like, yeah,
Raven Johnson.
yeah, that's the name. Raven.
Remember the name.
When she
yeah, Raven Johnson.
came up there, bro, she was like, yeah, you got her for the rest of the game.
Well, she held her to like 3 points, didn't it?
Oh, 7.
When she was checking her.
She held her to 7 when she was.
She
checking.
put the clamps on her, bro.
No,
She
she
put the clamps.
She was. Yeah,
Yo,
she
we
kept
got
her
my
hand
man-
in her face the whole
My
time.
man in the studio, W Sports Page, Joe.
What's up?
What's happening, bro? We talking about some college basketball, man. Hey, I'm gonna give you the flow, man. Talk about my girl Dawn Staley, bro.
God. She's great, you know what I'm saying? One 3 reasons. She's an Eagles fan.
Lord,
Really?
Joe.
Come on, man. Come on. I was with you until you said that. Come on, man.
And she's from Pennsylvania.
That's right. She's from Philly. She's born and raised there.
Oh, come on, man.
Really?
I mean, yes, she is.
Come on.
Hey.
But still, though, how did that make her to go? Because she a Philly fan? Is she from Philly?
Joe, you killing me.
Yeah. Oh, man.
The way she wears Philly.
Oh, dude.
fan.
All right, can y'all agree with this? She represents Philly better than half the guys that's from Philly.
Yes, she do. Outside
Better.
of Gilly.
Yeah, man.
See,
Who you respect more? Dawn Staley or Meek Mills?
Meek Mills.
You respect Meek Mills more than Dawn Staley? They said.
Nah, I don't know what's going on right now.
I just focus on the body of work.
I'm gonna
Of
go.
what she has done.
I'm gonna go with Staley, man.
I was about to say I'm about to hit this remove button on the stream, y'all, real quick.
Meek Mill is he out of there by right now by the vault right now. We can't even say his name right now.
Why you can't?
Who's
Why? Because he was part of the Diddy Fun Bus.
okay?
Hey,
Okay.
look, I don't know what that man into, man. I don't
Okay,
know.
who's all right, how about this one? Hey, good morning, Aunt Emma. I love you. Hey, what about this one? Who's more respected, Don Staley or Will Smith?
I don't know. Will
I
do
feel
got
like I'm
a
gonna give that to Will, man. He like the
Will
GOAT.
definitely a legend though.
Who y'all rocking with though? Don Staley or Will Smith?
Is it wrong to say
go
both?
I'm gonna go with Will.
I ain't gonna
Before
say
the
Will.
smack.
I
I'm
ain't
gonna
gonna
go
say
Will
Will.
before the
I
smack.
ain't gonna
Before
say
the
Will.
smack.
No, I ain't gonna even say Will, but I'm gonna go with the smack heard around the world.
See, there you go.
I forgot who I was dealing with. I forgot.
Yeah.
All right, who y'all rock with? Don Staley or Bill Cosby?
Well, I'm gonna go with Don.
Come on, man. You're killing me.
Yeah,
You're killing me with the picks, man. You're killing me, man. Golly.
I mean, you know,
Killing me.
I mean, they got some troubles. They got some trouble passing.
Mm-hmm.
You had to put that in there.
Uh-huh.
I mean, everybody that you put up against.
Okay,
Don
well,
right now,
I got a better one.
they got
for
a
you.
black eye. All right, Meek Mill.
All right, said me.
Did it? I'm just saying. Look at the black eyes. I'm just calling out the black eyes. You said Meek Mill. Did it party bus? Will Smith. Smack around the world. Heard around the world a couple of years ago. Then you say Bill Cosby. He been
And it was fake. It was fake anyway.
20-year-old
Oh, boy.
pills in somebody's drink.
Yeah, Bill Cosby.
Like, so now, I
You know
want to know who's next. Who's next you got?
What about
AI.
Kobe?
Oh, no.
Hey, real quick. Y'all believe that smack was real?
No, we know it won't.
Oh, all right.
You don't hit me to the joke that they did back in the day.
Oh, all right.
But I don't know. You can't. I will say AI, but they disrespected AI with that statue that they put out there.
But I'm not.
AI not from Philly though.
No.
But he owned that city for what he did with them 76ers, bro.
Okay. I mean, I'll put Kobe over.
You going down a rabbit hole right there, but
I'll put Kobe
I mean,
over.
okay.
But
Don from Philly, but her claim to fame came from playing at UVA.
yeah.
What's the difference?
Yeah.
What's
but
the
that's her
difference?
home. But that's her hometown, though.
That's
You
her
know what I'm saying?
hometown.
You see what I'm saying? That's her hometown.
Iverson hometown is Virginia.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
Hold
when
on.
you come back to like
I got one better for you.
Kobe,
More
Kevin Hart.
people from Richmond claim more of Iverson. Talk more about Iverson and give him more.
No, I can't say that either. I can't say that. No, we can't. Them people love him down there.
Because but
people love him down there though. You can't say that.
Yeah,
Them people
but
love AI down there.
But people up here act like he was from Richmond. It's a
No,
lot of
I
them.
ain't never seen nobody that act like
It's
he
a
was
lot
from
of people
Richmond.
that talk. Yeah, but I'm just saying, like,
But I know people that's gonna claim AI like, oh, he from VA. Like that. That's what.
Yeah.
I mean, he's from
When I say
75.
he's from here, that's what I mean.
But he's from
VA.
75.
who don't know
Just
that?
like you got Chris Brown.
I'm just saying, you put
Chris Brown from VA.
Trust me.
Rep them.
You don't get out of the state too much.
He brung them up, and I look at it like that's gonna be a tough one because the way Philly loves that man.
I see what you're saying.
He played in Philly for what? 11, 12 years? If you done been out of the state of Virginia or anywhere, if you done moved from North Carolina and stayed and been living in Virginia for the last 10 years, you're not from North Carolina no more.
You said the same thing about
I still gotta give Jordan. Even though Jordan played at Chicago,
you're from Virginia after a while. Come on, man.
I lived in Georgia.
But at the same time too, AI don't say when he be talking, he say the Sixers.
Yeah.
He don't be saying like the city and the state like all the time. Like that's what he'll just say the Sixers, my team.
All right, so
and just like when they was talking to him yesterday, I'm from Virginia. He'll bring that up.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
But I don't know. That'll be a hard one because because of the way Philly love that man.
I mean, North Carolina love Jordan, but he put on for Chicago, so it's all about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's his home. North Carolina, his home. That's his home.
No, he grew up in North Carolina. He is actually from Brooklyn.
So you don't think they love that man in North Carolina just as well as Chicago?
Look, I'm not saying that. You said that Jordan North home is North Carolina, but his birthplace is New York.
No, I think he was born in North Carolina.
No, his birthplace was New York. You can look that up.
All right, but where was he raised?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. His home.
Because look.
Raised in North Carolina.
I'm from Jamaica, Queens. I was born in Jamaica, Queens, but I was raised here in VA, so I'm from Virginia.
That's what
if you born there, don't necessarily like.
Y'all just confirmed.
My auntie said where you from is where you from. She disagrees with that. We're not saying where you from. If you like, for me, for instance, when I moved from Virginia and I moved down there to Atlanta, I lived there for 9 years. Then I moved back.
You're not from Atlanta. You're not from Atlanta. That's not your hometown. No. That cannot be your hometown. You are still from Richmond, VA.
But how long did I have to live there before I say I'm from here? My dad
you at least got to be
in California for 40 years.
You got to be at least 2 days. You got to at least
stay for 40 years.
But he's from here.
He was born.
Yeah, but the thing is, how long did he live over here? Like, was he over here for a good enough? His childhood was here. He went to high school here. Yeah, he's from here. He's from here. He just lived over California for a very long time, but he's from here. That's just like me. I can't move out to Chicago for 9 years and then be like, oh, I'm a Chicago. People will be like, bro, you're not from Chicago. I went to high school with you. You straight from Richmond.
All right, honestly, don't put my middle name up there. She put the government name out there. Come on, honestly, don't kill me like that. Don't kill me like that. Scotty, but let's get back to But Dawn still is that woman though. So her being from Philly. Yeah, that has a lot to do with it because she wears different jerseys. She
put it on her chest.
Yes, put it on her chest. Where it was an HBCU HBCU jersey. Phil jersey. I do kind of like the time she be rocking. That's neither here or there. But the stretch run that she's on, bruh.
It's on a Geno type level.
Yeah. She puts in that conversation. She may not catch that winning percentage that Geno has,
or that 100-game winning streak.
Oh, she might catch that.
Well, the
way she recruits, bruh.
Yeah, well, that means for the next 3.
I would say I'll give it 5 years.
Yeah,
I mean she's a third of the way there. She's a third of the way there.
Well, no, because remember she was undefeated going into the Final Four last year and had that ugly mark against Caitlin Clark. So she didn't have to. She got to start down. Yeah, this is the start of the run.
She's a third of the way there.
Yeah, she got more. 3 more years, 3 more undefeated seasons. Yeah,
because this one for real. I mean, she's more than a third of the way there. Because this is like 36-0, right?
Yeah. I mean, like I said, keep in mind that's no easy task. You running the table the entire season.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And then gonna lose your starting 5
from last year,
and then come back again and do it again. Now, she's only gonna lose Cardozo. So I'm gonna let that in. She's only gonna lose Cardozo this year. That's the only ones to play. Everybody else is coming back. So I could go to Vegas right now and say that she's gonna do it again.
Or even if not, be in the Final Four again. Yes. If nothing else.
Yes, I'm not betting against none of that. I'm not betting against none of that.
But I think Becker's coming back. And she got a chip on her shoulder. Don't forget.
That game.
Listen, hold on, listen.
That game, man, bro.
All right, I'm going to tell y'all something, and I'm going to just throw this out there.
She's a bucket.
If it wasn't for those 2 years that she was injured, Caitlin Clark doesn't get all the exposure that she does.
You think so?
I know so.
I don't know.
Age different. I watched her in high school. She's different.
She's a bucket. She's a bucket.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
her.
I get what you're saying, but
I don't think
but
she would have
Caitlin
did.
Clark,
No.
Yes.
Caitlin Clark shooting is what put her on.
Yes,
Not somebody that disappeared. She still would have got the exposure because she can shoot like Steph Curry.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's what they comparing her to is the female Steph Curry. She still would have got that exposure.
I'm just saying, like when they both came out that year, they both came out the same year out of high school. You didn't know about Caitlin Clark.
I only knew about Caitlin Clark until last year. That's when I found out
That's
about
what I'm saying. Paige Becker coming out of high school was it. You didn't hear nothing about this girl that played for Iowa until Paige Becker went down.
I agree with Romar because I said the same thing, but I'm gonna take it a step further. I don't like how the way that UConn Iowa game ended because the way it ended, it gaslights the conspiracy theorists.
Yeah,
the way those calls was illegal screen. It wasn't much of a screen to begin with. To call that play at the end of the game, everything's on the line, and UConn still had to score. So the way that game ended.
Yeah.
They
gave it to Iowa.
Yeah,
that was terrible. That was terrible
because they wanted Iowa to win. And I don't like how that looks because you got to think you couldn't stream the games.
Nope.
I mean, they had the computer hacks and the chokeholds. Like, nah, y'all can stream everything else, but y'all, no, we're gonna make sure that this game will be part of the most watched basketball sport event this weekend.
Well, I thought I was tripping when I couldn't get on the.
They made sure that game was not going to get hacked.
I thought I was tripping.
They did that the whole tournament though.
Yeah, they curved this around Caitlin Clark, so I do not like the way that game ended at all.
Well, that's ESPN for you.
Hey, who can we trust nowadays,
I think
man?
it would have been a better matchup for the championship game because it was, to me, if it was Connecticut against South Carolina, you had a matchup of the then head coach versus the now head coach.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That would have been a better narrative for me.
Yeah,
it was just they wanted the Iowa South Carolina game. The selling the lamest revenge tour type of. It wasn't no revenge tour for Don Stanley.
Well, I mean, what does this remind you of? A wrestling story.
That's right. Money was in there as well.
The main story, what they wanted was so to see if Caitlin Clark can win, so they can have she's the best conversation. That's why they wanted her to go because
it was so curved, bro. I did not like it at all. Let these girls cook
without winning. How can you not say she's not the best? Even though I don't feel that she's the best because I just seen a clip a couple of days ago on Instagram that reminded me of somebody that nobody really ever talks about anymore. And her name was Shamiqua Holsqua.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and that dominant run she had. She was at Tennessee, right?
Yeah, four national titles every year. She was a national title every year. She was at Tennessee for 4 years, 3 straight National Player of the Year award.
And
averaged like what? 25?
Yes.
Points a game? Let's talk about Cheryl Swoops with her amazing run when she averaged like almost 33 a game.
And Cheryl Swoops
at Texas Tech.
Oh, she was smoking. And let's not make this black and white. Let's not make this black and white because Breonna Stewart got the same credentials.
Well, yeah, she was a dog.
Yeah, I just want to put that out there. No, we're not just clamoring towards the white female.
No, I'm just saying, but I'm just saying,
we giving the roses to the white ones too, in all races. It doesn't matter.
Think about it. Where all the dogs went back in the day, either Tennessee or UConn.
or if you was on the West Coast, you going to Stanford.
Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? It's just it's crazy how they put her on the pedestal and don't talk about the ones before her that gave her this pedestal to be put on.
That's right.
Because you got to think about it. Even Dawn was the best player in the country during the 90s and playing at UVA. She took UVA to four straight Final Four appearances and a couple of national championship games. They just couldn't win.
No, they couldn't. Real quick, man. This is the Studio W Sports page brought to you by J&J. It's going on 10:15. And I'd like to thank all of y'all for joining us. And I also like to take this time to tell you guys about our new YouTube channel. Yes, WB has hooked it up, so we are back on YouTube now. Studio W The Buzz. Please, when y'all get a chance, go ahead, like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. We got a YouTube channel now.
What?
That was a long time coming, man.
It's been long overdue.
Yes. But back to the action though.
But what is the world of college basketball going to do about the way Juju set the stage on fire this year?
That means they're in good hands for years to come.
Yeah, because she different.
Yeah,
and we got some
nice.
He real different.
That was just getting more exposure.
Yeah, Don said also brought the fans too.
Hey, Juju made them forget that they even had a men's basketball team at USC.
Yeah, Juju was so good, Bronny left.
Hey.
That's how bad Juju was. But Bronny James said, "No, I'm out. I'm shutting up the deuces. Y'all not who I thought it was."
If our YouTube channel gets shut down before it ever gets started, you're going to be the reason. Mr. James gonna make us go black.
Oh, you gonna play better defense to the Sun? Oh. But man, that man entered the transfer portal. Now he's declaring for the draft. What's Bronny doing, man? Somebody talk to him.
He don't even know. He don't know what he's doing, man.
I mean, you know what? I think the only reason he's declaring for the draft,
LeBron is dead.
No, not just that.
Why else?
I think he feel like he wanna prove certain sports analysts and things of the nature when it comes to him wrong. He know in his head that he ain't NBA ready, but he gonna try to go and prove these people that saying something about his game. Want to go prove people wrong. Mm-hmm. And I ain't mad at it.
But you can't fool everybody.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you like this: if you want to talk about it and why he doing it, it's because of what the NCAA has done. You don't have to be. They don't keep you in school. One year removed out of high school, you done. You can jump ship.
He know he ain't that good again.
Hey, it's a lot of them that done jump ship after 1 year that won't that good.
Who that actually made it? That actually did what he doing? No.
Yeah. Greg Oden. He had a good year. Had a good season his freshman year at Ohio State, but he wanted to enter the draft and what?
He was better than
His
career
was over in 2 games in the NBA.
He was better in college though.
Real.
He was better in college though, bro. Like he was way better than Bronny.
All right.
Bronny didn't even start. Bronny didn't even start.
Barring the cardiac arrest moment that he had that kept him off the team and training for half.
That's what I'm saying.
If that doesn't happen, you'll see a different player. I guarantee you that.
That's another holdback. So Greg Oden and Bronny James, that's two that like what he doing. That's kind of like you really jumping out there like.
Hey, look, put it like this: if he say he go to the NBA and average 15 for 10 years.
No, throw it to that.
That's a reach, and that's hard to do.
How that's a reach?
Because that's hard to do. That's very hard to do, Roma. Like staying in the NBA for 3 years and averaging 8 is kind of hard to do right now. Not too many players. That's hard. 50. You said 10 years, averaging 15.
Yeah, it ain't that hard to do.
Hey, look.
That's hard to do, Roma. Not a lot of people have done that.
You keep yourself in shape and focus. Like you say, LeBron, his daddy. What you think he gonna be? LeBron, his daddy gonna have him doing?
Hold on,
Hey,
LeBron.
let me get Mark in. Hey, Mark, we talking about LeBron. We talking about Bron and James leaving USC because Juju Watkins was that good that Bron and James not only entering on the transfer portal, but he's also declaring eligible for the draft. Hey, Mark, give me your thoughts on it.
Honestly, I think he needs to stay in school. He's not ready for the NBA. He needs to stay in school. They were talking about he might transfer to Duquesne. I mean, I don't want to sound negative to the young man, but that might be the better call for him because I don't even know if he's good enough to be at USC. Thought he was overhyped. I think the younger one is going to be better than he is. That's just my opinion. Bronny's not that tall, maybe 6'3", 6'4". I mean, he built. Maybe he should try football. He looked like he'd be better off playing football than. I mean, I'm being serious. He might have a better shot. I'm not trying to diminish anything the young man has done. I think a lot of things. I hate to say this. I think a lot of things were handed to him. He's not no McDonald All-American. I mean, to me, he wasn't. A lot came with the name. And, if he goes to the NBA now, I don't even know if he would even be good in the G League. So he realistically, in my opinion, if somehow a team took a flyer on him to draft him, they're only doing it thinking, hey, maybe we'll get his dad for a year. And then after his dad leave, we'll cut him anyway. Because he's not, I mean, he needs to hone his skills. And if he's going to transfer, go ahead. If it's school interested, I mean, everybody else is doing it. But he is not, in my opinion, NBA ready at all.
Now, I heard you say something. The only reason that he might transfer to Duquesne because they just gave the head coaching job to the point guard of the LeBron high school team.
Yeah, to run LeBron's boy. But again, even if I'm the coach of Duquesne, outside of maybe bringing the popularity to the contest, hey, you won a game or two in the tournament last year. I don't know if I want that headache because the pressure is going to be on him to play this cat. And I'm serious. I don't want to sound like I'm not supportive. Hell, I'm from Ohio, but I'm also truthful about things. I don't think this dude is NBA ready. I'm not sure if he's Division I college ready, but he's there, so he might as well try to do what he can do.
All right, so some of the guys that you've seen in this NCAA tournament, Bagway, big shout out to UConn going back to back. Who's some of the? Give me some of these guys that you've seen over this past weekend that are ready for the NBA.
I'd say the cat from Connecticut, that center, Klingon, whatever his name.
Oh, he announced.
He's nice. I think the guard from Houston is ready.
Oh yeah. I know who you're talking about. The young.
He got hurt in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Kentucky guard that announced. I think he NBA ready.
I think
Rob Dillingham.
Yeah.
Dillingham, yeah.
Yeah, he
Rob
NBA
Dillingham.
ready.
I think
I like him.
Looking at that tournament, I think, and if he's ever going to go, I hate to put it on him, but if he's ever going to go, I think the brother from North Carolina State, big boy, needs to go now. His stock ain't gonna never get any higher than where it is right now.
Yeah, he can go. He can go. He can go.
I think the guard from NC State is ready to go. There's a lot of cats out there. Like I say, in that tournament, you get to showcase yourself. And, there was a guard from Creighton that I thought was pretty nice. But, again, unless you are guaranteed to be a first-round pick, you stay where you at. Because once you drop below that first round, you get ready to be a G leaguer, or hell, you might not even make the squad. So, to any of them young men out there that's trying to leave now, they better take a long look, because they had some decent players in this tournament, but there was maybe a handful that are NBA ready. I mean, that's just my opinion. I think, watching this tournament, you had some nice guard play. Anytime you got centers, no, they ain't drafting them no more. So you might as well make that NIL money, because you might not make none getting to the league. You might not get drafted, or worse, you might get cut. The guard from Carolina is ready. There's the guy from Duke. So, I mean, there's a few guys that's ready. They got to put some guys in this draft. Hell, there won't be nobody in it. But Bronny James is not one of them. There's a dude on this team that's better than he is that might be NBA ready. I mean, seriously, yes. I don't know. In my opinion, this NIL, if these kids are smart, for some of them, you'd be better off standing there making the money, because coming out could be a detriment to their financial health, their health, and their family's health, because they might not make no more money after this. So, Bronny's going to benefit either way he goes because of his dad. But honestly, that cat's not ready to go.
So we will keep things with the NBA, and playoffs are coming to the NBA season is coming to an end. So guys, April 14th, I believe that's the last game of this NBA regular season. Am I correct?
Yes.
April 14th. That's Sunday. That's tomorrow.
That's tomorrow.
Oh, Phil got to get out that play-in situation.
We got, man. This is gonna take up the rest. This is gonna take up the rest of the segment. We're gonna later on this afternoon. We're gonna come back like around 2:30, and we're gonna chop it up about the NFL. We're gonna chop it up about the NFL, and then we're gonna go off the rails after that. So, who knows we're going there, but the second show this afternoon, we're gonna get into some football, because we're not gonna have time. But we got talking about the NBA playoffs going on right now. If the playoffs get it today, there'll be a 3-way tie for first place in the West. That, I don't know. I'm not going to sit up here and try to math the math between today and tomorrow, because I don't know how or if that can change or not. Maybe you guys can help me out with that.
Anything could change. Well, now you got to keep an eye on the 8, 9, and 10 seeds too.
Well, yeah. Kev, go ahead and do that math. You like that dude that's on there. He do the politics and he do the NFL draft, whatever it is, where you get to doing numbers. If this team win, this is what's happening. Right. I ain't trying to figure that mess out. I mean,
like I said,
I'm not either, baby. We got to talk about
I totally get it, because it is definitely confusing. Like the first year they tried, it's like, wait a minute, how does this work again? But like I said, like once you get into it after a couple of years, it's the West is stacked. That's for sure.
Neil, I want to bring up something real quick before we just dive into it, because I don't know if you brought it up. You ain't saying nothing about your WrestleMania. And okay. And I just want to make sure. And what about the UFC card that's going on tonight?
Before we can talk about the UFC real quick. 300 is tonight.
Yeah,
300.
Fight night, baby.
Fight night. 300. Like, wow, this is huge. Yeah. So Marco, you can have the floor on this one. So tell me.
They say I ain't gonna lie to you. Mill knows this better than me. Right, this is probably one of the most stacked cards I've ever seen.
Yes.
There is not a bad fight on this. It's about 9 fights. I'm like, man, this is going to be stacked.
I mean, you go all the way down. I mean, the early prelims got some people on there. Like the very first fight is Deiveson Figueiredo. The average UFC fighter has heard of him, and that's the first fight. He's taking on Cody Garbrandt. They're gonna slug it out. That Bobby Green, Jim Miller. Jim
Miller's tough.
Jim Miller is the OG. He's been around at UFC. We talking about UFC 300. Jim Miller's been around. He has had victories in UFC 100 and UFC 102. Let that sink in. The reason why I'm bringing him up because out of all the fights in this card, Jim Miller is the only one that he wants Bruce Buffer to announce his name as Jim effing Miller.
Oh, well, kind of like Seth Rollins.
Yeah, but he wants the whole F-bomb in there.
Oh, God.
So no, this is a crazy thing. It's got so much of buzz. There's a Vegas odd on it if Bruce Buffer's actually going to come through with it or not.
Well, here's the thing that's crazy with this card coming up here, man.
Jesus.
It's like, how can I put it? There ain't a bad fight on it.
And
I mean, the thing that sucks the worst for this whole thing, and they got to figure something out, man. I think this thing starts at like 9:00 tonight.
Nah, the early prelims, this got to go start off like 4 or 5 o'clock.
Okay, because I was going to say, you got to have a fight party. You might as well tell everybody they spending the night because by the time, that's the disadvantage. That's the disadvantage I'll say to me to be down here in Houston compared to in California. But you have a fight party. By the time the main event come on, everybody either already drunk or they sleep.
12 fights.
Wow.
You got early prelims, then you got prelims, then you got the main card.
I got to see this dude, Jim Miller. Is he on the early prelims or prelims?
He is in the early prelims. He's a second fight on the card.
Well, yeah, there might be 12 people there by the time if he say that F-bomb at that point, ain't nobody hearing it anyway. But I'm going to have it on. But yeah.
And then you got Jessica Andrade versus Marina Rodriguez. Jessica Andrade is former bantamweight champion. That's going to be a slugfest.
Yeah, she's pretty tough.
Yes. Jalen Turner versus Renato Moicano. That's going to be a good one. Then you got the prelims. The preacher's daughter's fight. Oh my God!
Yeah, I told you it's stacked, Mill.
Whoa.
Holly Holmes versus Carla Harrison. And if y'all know who Holly Holmes is, she is the first one to ever knock out Ronda Rousey.
Well, she basically stopped her career.
And her career, Ronda Rousey's UFC career was pretty much done after that.
That kick to the head ended her. We good?
Because the fight after that, my girl Amanda Nunes just put the hands on her and just put the nail in the coffin to her career after that.
Oh boy.
Oh my. Calvin Kattar versus Aljamain Sterling. There's huge numbers on that one too.
Yeah, Aljamain got to win that fight. He
has to win that one.
Is it the Airbender dude?
Nah, this one ain't got that. You think about Israel Adesanya.
Yeah.
Aljamain Sterling, he was the one who won the belt via disqualification, and really nobody respected him after that. Even though he defended the belt like 2 or 3 times after that, he was like one of the most hated champions ever. Because of the way he won the belt. He didn't ask to win it that way.
Yeah.
I mean, he just won it off of disqualification. And then you go to the main card. Oh my God. Bo Mickle versus Cody Bundrich. That's going to be a slugfest. Charles Oliveira versus Arman Tassur.
Hey,
one of them getting choked out.
Oliveira got to win this fight because his last fight he lost.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude Bronx, he got to win this.
Yeah, I think somebody getting choked out on that one.
Oh boy.
And for the BMF, the Bad MF Championship, we got Justin Gaethje against Max Bless Holloway.
Well, Justin should win that fight. I don't even see how that fight is really as hyped as it should be. Justin Gaethje, he needs a more signature fight because he just lost his last fight.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's setting him up for him to win that because Max Holloway is coming up in weight, and you talked ad nauseum how moving up in weight it can always be dangerous for a fighter because he's not used. He's moved up to his weight once before, but he's not used to it. And he's going up against a seasoned veteran in Justin Gaethje, who's hungry for a win, like you said. And then we get to the championship fights. Zhang Weili versus Yan. I'm not gonna pronounce her last name. I'm not gonna do that to her. From China. Two China fighters. Oh my god!
Woo! Who you got in that one?
I got Zhang Weili.
Yeah, that one that gets blood. Hey, that one that had a hematoma in her head about that looked like a bowling ball. What's her name? Zhao Wei Ling, whatever her name is. I don't want to disrespect her name, but the one that's the champion is who I'm going with.
Yeah, that's it. And in the main event for light heavyweight championship, we got Alex Pereira versus John Mahal Hill.
I know that brother talking a lot of mess. He better be able to, but Alex Pereira is subject to getting caught. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's subject. Israel Adesanya put him to sleep, I believe, after he beat Israel the first time.
Yeah.
So this guy, he's subject to getting caught.
Yeah, something's got to give. Something's got to give, and it is going to. But yeah, that UFC card, that is the most stacked card I've seen in a long time, if not in UFC history. So we still on the subject of we still talk about basketball, still talking to NBA. But there was an interruption, fellas. So guess what? I got a trivia. Every time we get an interruption, I'm having a trivia question for you. Oh no, it'll still be here when you come back. Because guess what? Only I can tell you like this. Only Mark is going to get this one right. I'll expect Mark to get this one right. The rest of y'all, I'm gonna stump everybody on this one.
Oh boy, here we go. You had this saved in the bag, didn't you?
Oh yeah. The bag is deep, bro. The bag is deep. Okay, so we keep it on the NBA. I mean, keeping the basketball. We'll go back to college basketball for this one. Oh boy. Ladies and gentlemen, Studio W Sports Page brought to you by J&J, and I got the bonus trivia question for you. Name me the Flintstones. And I ain't talking about Fred, Barney, and Daphne and all them. I'm not talking about the Martin Stonish family. I'm talking about NCAA, college basketball. There was a group of 4 brothers. They're named the Flintstones. Why they named them the Flintstones? Because they were from Flint, Michigan, and 3 of them won a national championship with Tom Izzo. Matter of fact,
you got Morris Peterson.
Just give me the 3.
You got Morris Peterson. You got Charlie Bell. You got and you got my man.
You got it, Mark. I told you, Mark, you get it.
Mateen Cleaves.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's it. The Flintstones that won the national championship with Tom Izzo, Michigan State. Mateen Cleaves, Mo Peterson, Charlie Bell. I forgot the other guy's name, but he graduated a year before them. But those guys were some hoopers. They was balling together, the same school and all, ever since elementary school. So that was a good one for you guys. I knew Mark was the only one who was gonna get it right.
That was kind of catchy, actually. I mean, if you sit and think about it, we used to have Flintstones, and I'm sitting there stumped like, what the hell are you talking about? But then when you threw in Flint, Michigan, I was like, oh, okay. So that was like a perfect little segue you stuck in.
Yeah, I mean, I found
you got me good.
Ooh, I got to throw this one. I got to give y'all this bonus one. And this is college. I want to say, is this college football? No, I'm gonna still keep it college basketball. Since in the modern, in the NCAA tournament era, there are 4 teams that have had between men and women. All these 4 teams between the men and the women have 18 combined championships. No, Final Four appearances. No, championships. It's championship.
Duke, one of them. Is Duke one of them?
UConn, one of them.
UConn's got to be
Duke.
one.
I know Duke, North Carolina.
North Carolina's one.
Kansas, no.
Men and women.
Tennessee.
So you got North Carolina.
Tennessee is one.
Okay.
Actually, Kevin, you got the hardest one right.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's
that was a shot in the dark.
yeah, I was ready to say.
I would not have. I mean, my first guess was UConn too.
Oh man, yeah, I think I might.
Stanford.
And I believe Stanford was the other one.
Ooh, wow.
Huh? Oh, you was out there. We passed that. We talking about
what was that question again, Mill?
What,
between the men and the women. Most combined NCAA tournament victories.
And there's 4 of them.
In an NCAA tournament era.
Well, you would have to go with, at this point, you'd have to go with UConn. I mean,
yeah, UConn was my first choice.
It's UNC, UConn, Tennessee.
well, Tennessee ain't never won it. The men ain't never won it.
No, the men. It was Final Four appearances.
Oh, okay. If you're gonna do it that way,
oh yeah.
You still got to go with UConn. You might, believe it or not, you could probably go with UConn. I would say you probably have to go with Stanford.
That was my other one I guessed too.
And you would have to go with let me think, LSU.
That would have been a good one too.
And I'm going to say West Coast team. Hell, they ain't been there, but maybe once or twice. But probably UCLA.
I know it's UConn. I had to fact check this one because I think I got it a little bit. I think I was a little bit off.
Oh yeah, Joe. I just want to say
you got to look in yourself. So I'm like, okay.
Now North Carolina, UConn, Tennessee, and I want to say the other one. I want to say the other one was Stanford. That's what I want to say.
I said Stanford because back in the 90s, they had some decent teams, and the women have always usually came out pretty good.
UCLA.
I said them too.
Yeah, that's for the men and the women.
Yeah, because I think I went with UConn, UCLA, Stanford.
I remember Tennessee was right because Tennessee, the women, that was the only one where the women pretty much carried that whole stack.
Yeah, I think if the men ever got in the Final Four, it's probably back in the 70s because they surely ain't done nothing in about 40 years that I've known them. They'll get to the Sweet 16 maybe, but I don't think they've ever got to the Final Four.
Russell and them did.
The women was going every year for a while.
How about UCLA men, Russell and them got to the Final Four?
No. I'm talking about Tennessee.
Oh, Tennessee.
Oh. Tennessee. Yeah,
because I went with UC, I said Tennessee, UCLA, UConn, and
the last time
and Stanford.
Oh, I think the last time Tennessee did make the Final Four, I think Bruce Pearl was the coach.
Well, let's talk about
Victor Wembanyama.
Yes, what's going on in the West?
Man,
Joe
having a great. He almost got them in the play-in.
Hold up, Joe. I gotta give Joe the flow on this one. This is his guy. Joe, I need to talk about Wemby, bro.
Oh.
I see Joe. Joe getting it together. Joe, you still on mute, bro. I saw him mute in. I saw him mute out. Joe still muted. But yeah, them San Antonio Spurs. How can they be that bad record wise? But every time I look, Victor Wembanyama's looking that good.
He's balling.
Well, I mean, like I said, you got to remember how they started. They started out rough, but then now it's like now that you're getting into it, you know, they've gotten better as they come along. Sometimes it takes time to develop. So now all of a sudden you turn around, he's like a human highlight almost every night now. I mean, he's getting like
he might average like 5 blocks a game.
But that's what I'm saying. Now he's really seeing how everything has developed.
What he had 30 the other night.
I mean, the man got like 30 games where you gonna have 5 blocks in the game this season.
That's TV 88. It's like a drive-through joint.
So, I mean, like I will say though, don't be surprised if San Antonio, not to say, well, they may cause some problems next year. They may surprise some cats because now they had 21 wins, basically to almost end the season. Which, like I said, I mean it's a decent progression compared to where they started.
There you go.
All right.
Yeah, talk about Victor, Joe.
The new face of the league, man.
Oh man.
New face of the league. Y'all can say you can deny all you want, but all these veterans and all these
gotta be a Spurs
fan. I'm a Spurs fan, but even
I
looking
knew
at
it.
them, even
I can see what you're saying, though.
One thing I gotta say is I'm a real fan of the sports that I like. I'm real. Like, I like my teams, but I'm real first. Like, even when the Cowboys didn't make no moves, I was mad at them for not making no moves. Because why are you not making no moves? But I'm a real fan. I'm not biased just because he's on my team. Bruh is breaking all kind of records, and how is people not
He is must-see TV, though. He must-see TV.
Exactly. Like, bruh is breaking all kind of records.
New face
Yeah.
of the league.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who else?
I can see it.
Who else? Name somebody else. Name somebody else.
Edwards.
Bruh, stop it. Stop it.
I like
He's
Edwards.
nice.
I like
He's
Edwards.
nice, but he is not the face of the league. What is he doing to be the face of the league? Bruh
His team is way better.
His team is way better. Bruh came in this league at 19 years old, breaking records.
He ain't made it to the playoffs.
So what? He doesn't have a team. We are the youngest team in the league, bruh. You're telling me?
I don't know. I think OKC might be. OKC might be one of the youngest teams.
But we are the youngest team. We are the youngest team.
One of them. They are the youngest team.
Are they?
Now.
Yeah,
OKC?
Hold on. San Antonio is the youngest team in the NBA.
We are the youngest team in the league. Now, with that being said, name me one superstar that literally had nobody and took them to the playoffs.
Had nobody?
Like currently? Or
any superstar that had nobody and took them to the playoffs.
Jimmy Butler
was the youngest team. Name a superstar that did that.
Jimmy Butler wasn't even a superstar. He did it.
I would say LeBron from back.
They were the youngest team.
Well, I don't know if I don't know if they were like the youngest at the time.
No, they was LeBron. You gotta think about it. LeBron did it. He had Ilgauskas. He had.
I mean, but I'm saying, but they didn't have any household. I'm talking about the first time they took him to the finals.
Yeah,
I'm talking about the 2007 version.
Now, I'm not saying that a superstar hasn't taken a bad team to the playoffs. I'm saying everything. The youngest team Last year they didn't make the playoffs, so they want a good team, the youngest team, and he's 9. He came into the league at 19. He just turned 20. And then you talk about he for him to be the face of the league, he's supposed to take them to the playoff. Like, come on, man. The man is breaking all kind of records.
Yeah, because Jordan was the face of the league before he won a championship.
Well, see, a lot of times, but see, also,
let's be honest.
But now,
MJ was the face of the league a couple of years before he got his first one.
To Joe's point, you have to understand stuff like that doesn't always happen in the first year. Usually by year 2, that's when you will see a difference. Yeah. Wemby was basically, he just got his feet wet. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So now it's almost like, okay, yeah, we were teasing at the time that, okay, like he's been basically carrying the squad, but they haven't produced any results. Now, as the season is winding down, Wemby he's adapted to the game at the way they've been playing. And now, like I said, he's improved in almost every category. The blocks, almost. And I'm gonna tell you what, they're gonna have a lot more coverage as far as TV wise next year. Watch what I tell you. And they're gonna have and I think between there's gonna be a decent rivalry going on between San Antonio and OKC.
I've been told you that.
Well, no, but I'm saying it's gonna get more heated next year. That's what I'm saying.
And then on top of it, the man has been dancing with a quadruple double many times.
Yeah.
He's almost had a quadruple double at least in like 4 games. Like, I don't understand how people are named wasn't that he's the second person that named Anthony Edwards. Like, bro, we're only hype about him because he be dunking on people. Like, bro still has to elevate his game. He's nice. Don't get me wrong, he's nice. But bro, we like him. He dunks, and he's on a good team.
I see what Joe trying to say, because like, who is the most important piece to their team type thing? And hands down, Victor Wembanyama is a more important piece in San Antonio than if Minnesota lose Anthony Edwards. You look at it. Minnesota can still win without Anthony Edwards and get into the playoffs.
Look, and then on top of it, looking at Anthony Edwards, ain't too much. We have to be real. Ain't too much that we can say that we can see him get better at. He's basically showed us what he's going to do and what he does. This man, Victor Wembanyama, is going to get better, and he's already putting up numbers.
Don't let him put a little bit more weight on him, Lord.
Well, exactly. Like I said, like I said, the sky's the limit basically for him.
Exactly, and you hear people talking about him already. This man, Jokic said, man, I had a post and I posted it. He said he blocked my shot, and I told him, if you block one more shot, I'm a something. And he said the man turned around and blocked four more of my shots and started laughing. Like, people have been talking about this man already.
But I you know what? I cannot wait though, because imagine this. Imagine if Edey from Purdue, when he gets drafted, where he's going to go. I'm going to tell you this right now. Whoever he's going against, they're going to put that matchup on TV somewhere. Yeah. Wherever Edey is going, watch for that draft. And you see it first.
I mean, San Antonio are locked for a lottery pick. They're going to end up in the top 5.
They going to cause a lot of problems next year.
Yeah.
And Edey could fall to them in the top 5.
And I'm gonna tell you what, wherever he's going,
and that means you move Wemby to the 4.
Yeah,
which means he gets to play with the ball in his hand.
This man should win Defensive Player of the Year. He should. they're probably going to be biased on it, but he should win it because he's definitely the league leader in overall defense.
He got what? Over 250 blocks.
And Gobert
ain't got nothing but 100.
But
Gobert done had 250 over the last 2 years.
2 years.
But you know,
and
but
the man already didn't pass that and won at 20 years
but
old.
I'm gonna tell you what's even more scarier, Joe. I mean, we focus the blocks all the time, which is totally got to be. But you got to address something else in his arsenal that nobody really talks about.
What, his 3-point shooting?
Yeah.
Yes. And
just imagine if he works on that, on the offensive end.
You can already tell that he's been working on that throughout the season.
But I'm just saying, but just when you put it all together.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting at. Yeah, we seeing bits and pieces throughout the season. You put that stuff together next year, just imagine how scared. I mean, and dudes over 7 feet. You don't see a whole lot of 7-footers like that has a wide repertoire of what he can do.
But see, I might have to contradict that one right there, Kevin, because see
how
because when you say that, you're only talking in my head. When you said what you just said just now, you're referring to the American 7-foot guys.
Yeah,
it's a difference when it comes to an overseas 7-foot player because you already see it with the Joker, Joel Embiid, Victor. It's a different. They play different than the big man from the United States.
Yeah, because a lot of them, they have to play grown men over there at a young age.
And the skill set
in college.
And everybody on a European team knows how to handle the ball. It ain't just when you a big man in the States, you're getting taught to work the post.
And then the man got a brother over there.
His brother nice too. 6'8", and he just coming into his own. So it's just like, you know what I'm saying? It's a position. It's the same position, but the position overseas is played different when you're a center.
Yeah.
But just imagine if the American 7-footer takes notes on.
That's what they're doing now, or trying to do. But see, what the American center is called now is the stretch 4 in the NBA.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I mean, I can definitely see them getting more coverage next year.
Yeah,
they will definitely have more people, and then of course wherever Edie's going, they're going to show that on TV, and on top of that, they're going to have more San Antonio against OKC with Chet Holmgren. Oh, I'm gonna tell you what, it's going to get more intense. Within the next few years.
I said that.
Yeah, because they already came up with the story. They already came up with the story and talking about how they don't like each other.
Yeah, but hold on. Didn't I say a couple of months ago this is going to be the matchup for years?
Yep, you did.
That's going to be the matchup for years. Because if you
it's only getting started.
They're the same player. They do the same thing.
Yeah.
Chet got it a little bit. Jumped on Chet stats wise earlier in the season were better than Wemby's, but all around performance this year, the way Wemby been balling since the All-Star break, hands down, he's the better player between the two.
And then on top of what another thing that people don't really pay attention to, the main don't even play on average 30 minutes a game. They usually have him around 28, 29.
Spot duty.
And he's doing making all these stats.
Spot duty. And he's doing this.
In less than 30 minutes.
Yes.
I like it.
Did you see the show he put on a couple of weeks ago against the Knicks? Against my Knicks?
Yeah.
That stat line was crazy.
Yes, it was.
So guys, what do y'all think about the way this playoff, the way this NBA playoffs is shaping up?
Mm-hmm. As Cody would say, what do you want to talk about?
The West.
Okay.
Play in.
All right.
Who's got that?
So let's go through 7 through 10. So 7 spot goes to the Suns. Lakers, they won last night against the Grizzlies, so they actually moved up to 8. Right. So Sacramento and Golden State, they're at 9 and 10. All right. So right now, if the playoffs, after tomorrow, if the standing's still the same, Golden State will have to play Sacramento. The loser is out of the playoffs.
What about that Golden State?
So the winner of the 9-10 matchup plays the loser of the 7-8 matchup, which is the Lakers at Phoenix. So let's say, for example, if the Lakers lose, they still get another chance of getting the 8 seed. So the winner of the 7-8 matchup is the 7 seed. So let's say if the Suns beat the Lakers, the Suns got the 7 seed no matter what. And they play the 2 seed, which is the Timberwolves. The Lakers have one more shot at getting the 8 seed if they play the winner of the Sacramento Golden State game.
Well, bye-bye Lakers. Because if Sacramento beat Golden State, no way LA is beating Sacramento.
So let's say, for example, if Sacramento wins. Sacramento has to – so the winner of the 9-10 game has to play a second game to try to get the 8 seed.
I know.
So let's say, in your case, Sacramento wins. Sacramento has to win both games to get to the 8 seed. So Sacramento will play OKC. So let's take your argument, Romar. Mm-hmm. Sacramento plays OKC. And Phoenix plays the Timberwolves.
And you could possibly see an 8 beating a 1. Because Sacramento, don't sleep on that Sacramento squad. And I'm gonna say this because Sabonis can get Chet in a lot of get Chet in a lot of foul trouble.
Yeah,
Sabonis a beast, and then you do not know which Malik Monk you gonna get coming off the bench or from game to game.
I thought he was out.
If he out,
I think he's out for the rest of the season, isn't he?
I don't know about that. I ain't even know.
I mean,
if he out, that's gonna hurt Sacramento.
Yeah.
That'll hurt Sacramento right there if he out.
So basically, De'Aaron Fox has to show up.
And Sabonis.
But see, they got the 3-point shooter though too.
Keegan Murray.
Yeah.
Keegan Murray.
And he ain't been showing up too. If he show up, because he ain't been doing it all year long. But most people that don't show up during the season, their team getting the playoffs, that's when they find their stride. And if
they're gonna need Malik Monk though. They're gonna need him.
Yeah, he a big piece.
Yeah.
They're gonna need him.
Right.
So if they had Monk going into that scenario drew out like that, Sacramento upset OKC.
Okay, tomorrow the Wizards play the Celtics, the Hornets play the Cavs, the Hawks play the Pacers, Raptors against the Heat, Bulls versus the Knicks, the Bucks versus the Magic, Nets versus Sixers, Nuggets and Grizzlies, Suns versus Timberwolves, Lakers versus Pelicans, Mavs versus the Thunder, Pistons versus Spurs, Jazz versus Warriors, Rockets versus Clippers, Trailblazers versus Kings. So it's a lot going on tomorrow that a win or a loss here that can change things out there in the West, especially in the West. So if they ended, I'm going to the standings now. If they ended today, and the way y'all got this way it's playing out, y'all got Sacramento going from ninth spot to the 8th spot.
Mm-hmm.
Got them against OKC.
Yep.
They going home. Who going home?
Who going home in that playoff series?
Yeah.
Between OKC and who?
Sacramento get in and get the 8th seed.
See, a lot of stuff depends on tomorrow.
We said that, but the thing is, we
with the play-in.
we got to figure out the play-in
part.
Well, I think OKC will win that series, but I think I mentioned it a week ago. The problem with OKC is they don't have no big man.
Yeah, they just run.
Sabonis probably going to look like Shaq out there with the double doubles he going to get.
Yeah.
But they don't have Malik Monk, which is going to be a problem. If he's in, then I think Sacramento will win that series. To be honest with you, because the lack of a big, you can't. I mean, you got OKC for them not to have made a move to get Andre Drummond, something. It's mind-boggling. They need a big man. They can shoot all night, but at some point it's going to catch up.
Yeah.
That might be more intriguing than you think because, again, regular season is one animal, but now when the playoff comes around, that's when the experience will play its course.
Well, here's the thing. Sacramento get Malik Monk back. There's no doubt in my mind they winning that series.
That's what I say.
No doubt in my mind. It's again. Joe, I think, brought it up a week ago. Man, missing a big man, it can be a problem. Yeah. Chet Holmgren ain't the answer to that. The dude, I mean, Sabonis is a beast.
Yeah, he's gonna put that body on check and get him into foul trouble.
Well, he'll be out of there early. If you get that Keegan Murray starts hitting, you got De'Aaron Fox is averaging 27 a game. I mean, the only if Monk plays, I'm going with Sacramento. They just cut and dry. If Monk plays, I'm going with Sacramento.
So you basically tomorrow you got 3 games to keep an eye on because those might affect 1, 2, and 3. We're gonna have a whole different conversation by this time next week.
Well, see, Denver losing last night messed everything up.
Yeah, I'm trying. Who did they lose to?
Yeah, because they had the top spot.
They lost to the Spurs, I think.
And then they lost last night. Now they dropped from 1 to 3.
Yeah. The Spurs beat them by 1, and then let me see. Somebody. The Clippers lost last night by 1 to to your favorite squad, Mel, the one you don't like,
the Utah Jazz.
Yeah,
the Clippers lost to Utah last night.
They lost by 1 point.
See, this is where this is where the BS kicks in, man. Because
nobody's playing. I mean, nobody's taking these last couple of games seriously.
Where they might want to. The Phoenix lose? Did they end up losing last night?
The Suns beat the Kings by 1 point.
Damn. Because see,
most of these teams haven't been taking the season serious.
See. Because
they're more worried about being healthy.
The Lakers got to win tomorrow. Because if they win tomorrow, they need a Phoenix to lose. To be honest, because if Phoenix lose, that would have put them in. Let me think. What spot? 6 or 7?
The funny thing is, the Lakers won last night against the Grizzlies, which actually moved them up to 8th. So the Lakers got the 8th spot right now because of the victory, and the other 2 lost.
So. If they won tomorrow and Phoenix lost, how would that put them?
They'll move LA up to the 7th seed.
And they wouldn't have to be in a play-in, right?
LA can't catch Phoenix.
No, they can't.
Phoenix is 2 games ahead.
So basically, okay, but say either or. Even if the Suns and Lakers win, they both still got to play each other for the 7th seed. Now, let's say, for example, if the Lakers win, all right, so you know what that means. Anyway, Mark. All right, so no, let me get him marking this. So if the Lakers win, right? Lakers get the 7th seed. If they lose, they still got one more chance to get the 8th seed, which means the winner of the 9-10 game, which is a Sacramento against Golden State, will play the Lakers. And the Lakers will be playing at home, actually. So
I can tell you now, the Lakers don't want to play Sacramento. That's just they don't.
I think Sacramento swept them.
See, yeah, they don't want to play Sacramento. I can tell you now.
Okay, so you heard that chime in. Which means I have another trivia question.
I know, right?
What NCAA basketball team had? No, I take it. I gotta go to college. I know this one's accurate. But I have to go to college. I have to go to the NFL because we're gonna talk NFL on the off the rails before we go off the rails. Give me in the NFL in the draft era, which dates back to 1970. This is a good one because if y'all Google this, we'll give you the wrong answer first. In the NFL draft era, which began in 1970, give me the team that has the most draft picks in a single draft.
The Minnesota Vikings.
No, the NCAA team.
The NCAA. Okay, I can tell you. It's going to be.
You said Kentucky.
No.
College football.
Common
and the draft era, which dates back to 1970. Give me the school with the most draft selections in a single draft.
Be Ohio State Buckeyes.
Ohio State.
I'm going to say the Oklahoma Sooners.
Nah, anybody else?
Say Miami. I'm gonna say Miami. The U.
Those are all good ones. Those are all good ones.
Unless it's Nebraska. They're good.
Nebraska's a good guess too, but that's not the correct answer. All right.
What, USC?
No,
Texas.
There it is. The Texas Longhorns.
Texas.
You had to think about it. Texas ran shot back then.
I want to say it was in 1984, 1986 Texas Longhorns. They had 17 draft picks.
You got to think about it back then, and then during the 80s, that little Big South, Big 12, and what it's called now, all the talent in NCAA went down there to play. From Nebraska, Texas, Oklahoma State. That's where all the bread and butter was.
And see, this is why my dad does not like doing these trivia questions with me, because you got to pay attention to the entire question. I said since the common draft era back in the 1970s. Now, if you Google it, it's going to give you the Georgia Bulldogs from a couple of years ago that had 15. But see, the thing about it is they redid that stat since they truncated the draft from 12 rounds to 7 rounds.
Yeah.
So the Georgia Bulldogs, since the 7-round draft era, has a record with 15. But the overall record was the Texas Longhorns because they had 17, but it was a 12-round draft back then.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Penn State had a lot of players get drafted out of there too in 1 year.
All right, so who has the most first-round picks in a single draft?
Oh, that's the U.
Oh my goodness.
That's got to be Miami.
That gotta be the U.
I think it's Miami, and it's tied with Alabama with 6. It's a tie. They had both of them had. It's a tie for that lead. I want to say it is Miami, and I want to say it is Alabama Crimson Tide. Georgia's a close one. If they didn't get 6, they got 5. But yeah, that's the. I thank y'all for that trivia questions. I'm gonna have more for y'all. I'm gonna have more for y'all on that next week. But yo, guys, back to basketball. Cool. All right. OKC's number 1. They're gonna take out Sacramento. Minnesota Timberwolves. They'll probably have to take on the Phoenix Suns. They watch that one to watch too.
I got Phoenix in that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. You got Phoenix over Anthony Edwards?
Yeah.
And
over your boys.
Experience matters when it comes to the playoffs.
And what experience does the Phoenix Suns have?
The players on the team.
What players?
Where
the winners?
Where's the chemistry at?
Don't say Kevin Durant, because Kevin Durant's a mercenary.
Outside of KD, who else you got? Well, okay, Devin Booker.
Chris Paul hurt again, right?
No, he ain't Golden State now.
He still hurt. You know, man.
But either way, Either way, they're not
they
getting
got
very
this.
I
far.
got Phoenix over Minnesota.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. I just want to see if you had any more rhyme or reason behind that. But
I mean, because one, hold on,
ain't no wrong answer.
now see, you got to think.
Ain't no wrong answers yet.
You got to think about it. If Phoenix go into that matchup with a healthy Bradley Beal, it's over with.
If that's the problem, if
I just got a hard time believing in the Phoenix Suns, man.
there's no stock. I'm sorry.
I don't care who they have. They have had stacked rosters and
they've been cursed.
They're habitual bedwetters. I mean, habitual bedwetters.
Who?
Okay. That's all they do. They know how to screw things up.
We just creating new words on the fly, aren't we?
They just know they Phoenix Suns, the Phoenix, even from the I don't care if it's the Suns, the Coyotes, or the Cardinals. They find a way to screw it
They're
up.
cursed. Let's just keep it 1,000.
They don't. That's a place that doesn't deserve to have nice things at all.
It's bad enough that it's hot. Like
yeah. Then they try to take away Martin Luther King Day, so I'm out on Phoenix. I'm out on Arizona.
Wow.
I can't give them no flowers, bro. Because I pour water in the ground, grass don't grow there. Yeah, I can't do.
All you're gonna see is cactuses.
All you gonna see is cactus. Yeah, I'm thirsty. Just think about this. Got to think about something else. All right, that 3 seed. The Denver Nuggets got who?
The Pelicans. Pelicans against the Nuggets.
They sweeping up. Zion and the crew might give you one. They might give you one. They might show some how to give you one, but Denver's going through that now. The 4 and the 5 seed is who?
The Mavericks against the Clippers.
Ooh!
Now that's the most interesting one out of the 8.
Yeah.
Give me the Mavericks.
See? Now look.
And Kyrie.
Now look.
Hey, they ain't got nothing for that Luka Kyrie, bro.
Everybody was cracking on WB last week because when he made that pick, he said, "See, look." But like I said, now all of a sudden, Kyrie and Luka getting more dangerous.
I can see that. I'm gonna give this one for the conspiracy theorists. Mm-hmm. I can see in the world this year where they're gonna have Kyrie. I mean, they're gonna have Luka versus the Joker in the showdown in the playoffs.
And look, but get this. But here's the one thing that they finally starting to do after all these years. You want to know what that is?
What?
They're playing defense.
Yes.
Matter of fact, and I'm gonna give you this one stat though and I bet y'all.
But they just lost the Mavericks just lost by 20 to Detroit last
night. But look, here's the thing. Well, they're not going to lose any seating behind that.
They're not taking the game seriously.
But okay,
Detroit.
But okay, that to them is meaningless because Mavericks already gotten 50 wins, so they're not going to lose any more seasons. They're not going to catch. They're not going to catch the 4. They're not going to lose to the 6. So either way, they're resting. They basically rested the starters.
Just like a bunch of guys.
All right.
I got 2 guys that should have rested. Those 2 guys from the Bulls that messed up that self alley-oop the other night.
Oh, that was
Andre Drummond and how they messed up that alley fast break. Won't nobody around.
Wow.
Toss the ball to himself and
Andre Drummond wanted. Hey, you was throwing it to me.
Yeah. Did I say I was throwing it to you? Bleep bleep.
But I'm gonna tell you who gonna cause problems in the East with any matchup right now.
Who?
The Knicks. Nobody want to see them.
Not the heat that Jalen Brunson been on.
Nobody wants to see the Knicks. They're gonna mess up. They gonna cause a lot. They're gonna make a lot of noise in the East in the playoffs this year.
I don't see them getting past the second round.
All right.
All right. So, are you telling me they're coming out of the East then?
I ain't saying that, but have you seen the chemistry that they have with the Villanova boys? They all done got settled in with each other, and OB or OG or whatever.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah, he playing. He fitting in and everything. Like they are a well-oiled machine right now.
Keep in mind, Julius Randle's out.
That makes it even better because you ain't got nobody that's demanding the ball, that's going to force the game instead of letting the game come to him.
So are you saying that because now, they beat Boston?
No, I'm not just saying that. I like the Knicks, and I have watched them the last 2 seasons. The last 2 seasons with Jalen Brunson says a lot.
Yes, it does.
So
they are the same. They are like, put it like this: from year 1 to year 2 with Jalen Brunson there, they have been a better team, and they have put the pieces around Jalen Brunson to be able for him to control the game and for him to do what he does.
So how far you taking?
They can get to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Oh, okay.
Against Boston, presumably.
Who's to say that Boston gonna make it that far? Because Boston split with the Knicks this year. They didn't sweep.
I don't see somebody else making it to the Eastern Conference Finals. Because I don't think the East is all that good.
The East ain't that. Yeah, they ain't that strong.
And I still feel like whoever even makes it to the finals from the East, they're gonna lose.
Exactly. Because the West is so stacked.
I think Boston is gonna make it though.
The way they've been talking, they already hyped up the Celtics against the Nuggets. That's what they're all saying already.
That's what I think it's going to be.
And if Boston does not close the door this time, there's got to be some changes.
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this. I think the Miami Heat, they're going to beat the Pacers in the play-in.
Well, I'm gonna tell you,
and then that would force the Pacers to play the Celtics.
What's gonna hurt the Celtics in the playoffs? And I'm gonna say this. Letting Marcus Smart go is going to cost them in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I disagree.
It's going to cost them.
I disagree. Because Jrue Holiday's an upgrade.
He might be an upgrade, but
he's an upgrade.
You can't count on the intangibles and the things that Marcus Smart does.
And where's Marcus Smart at now?
He in Memphis, but he hurt.
Now, I think that was a huge upgrade. I think the only thing that's going to stop Boston is for real.
It's themselves.
It's themselves. Because Marcus over this season, Jrue Holiday has provided everything Marcus Smart has provided in the past, and he's a better scorer. I trust the ball with Jrue Holiday in Jrue Holiday's hands way more than I ever would Marcus Smart. I've always said when you put the ball in Marcus Smart's hands, he does dumb stuff. He makes dumb decisions with the ball in his hands. He can be on my squad any day of the week. Marcus Smart without the ball is awesome. He's great moving off the ball without the ball. When you put the ball in Marcus Smart's hands, that's when he's in trouble. So I can't agree with that.
You call not a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, I've been there. I mean, he proved it. I had to get that. Last year, Dad thought I was crazy. I was saying it as Marcus Smart was doing something stupid. Ain't that right, Dad?
Yeah. Oh, boy.
I was saying it right when he was doing it.
Yeah, you call that.
What's going to cost the Celtics a loss in the playoffs is Jason Tatum is going to have one of those regular games where he does not show up.
Yeah.
And that's one thing he does. He be doing stuff, and then one game you're just like, what is he doing? He ain't doing nothing. And that's what's going to cost them. And I think that's what's going to cost them in the final. I think they're going to make it to the finals, but that's what's going to cost them in the finals.
That's what cost them in the Golden State Finals.
Yep.
Yeah. He get in his own head. He get in his own head.
So then I got the Heat moving to the 7th spot, and that's a rematch with the Milwaukee Bucks.
That is a.
I am a Bucks fan.
You are?
Yeah, I root for the Bucks more than anybody else. I mean,
well,
I'm on the bandwagon. I mean,
and here's where and I hate to say this. Ever since they fired Griffin, they've been suspect ever since.
Yes, that's why I would say Milwaukee is still going to be one and done. I got Milwaukee one and done. The chemistry is not there.
And then they talking about Giannis dealing with the injury to his leg. That ain't.
Yeah.
And
we might not even see Giannis this series.
And weren't they the top seed last year and got knocked off by the Heat?
Yeah.
So there you go. That to me, that still haunts them. And that's why they don't talk about it.
Jimmy ain't nothing to sneeze at, man.
Who I will a matchup I would want to see in the playoffs is the Sixers and the Knicks.
Oh yeah, the Sixers playing the Knicks.
Bad Philly.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, if Embiid can get all the way back,
I don't know. I wouldn't put that to bed yet.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
I would not write the margins yet.
If Embiid get back to how he was playing before the injury, that'd be hard.
All right, see, Philly, they're 7-3 in their last 10.
But okay,
New York is 6-4 in their last 10.
Now think about it this way: you still got the Bulls and the Hawks in the 9-10 spot. Neither one of them's gonna get anywhere.
I'm about to say, I'm watching them. I ain't even talking about the 9 and 10 spot. They ain't doing nothing with that.
So this, I mean, and they got the worst records in the play-in period. Like, how you go? Was it 36?
He's gonna beat the Pacers, and the Pacers is gonna wash whoever between the Bulls and the Hawks.
So basically, let's say if the Heat gets the 7th seed, Philly is gonna play Boston in the first round.
Yeah.
To be honest, it don't matter. Whoever from 7 to 10, all those teams lose in the first round.
Yeah, because they're fighting for a spot.
There's no way Philly playing Boston in the first round.
But only if
Philly's in the 6th spot. There's no way they can drop to 8.
No,
they're not even playing in the play-in.
Right now Philly's in the 7th spot.
Last night just basically gave them a way out of the play-in because they were in the 7.
No, right now the Pacers got the 6th spot right now.
The Pacers?
Yes.
So Philly is in the play-in right now.
Yeah, exactly. Philly's number 7. So the Heat are playing the Sixers to get the 7th seed. So if let's say
they got the,
but either way, I don't see the Bulls or the Hawks getting anywhere past the play-in anyway. I don't see it. That would be a major upset if the Hawks or Bulls leapfrog over Philly and Miami.
See, you on ESPN.com, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it depends on NBA. You on ESPN. NBA.com got the 76ers in the 6th spot. No. And the Pacers 7 and Heat 8. All of them got the same. The Sixers and the Pacers got the same record.
Right. But I guess it all depends on the conference play, the home and away, or whatever. It's weird.
That's the disparaging thing. So I don't know who we go for, ESPN.com or NBA.com.
I'm not sure. But either way you look at it.
You don't go, I mean, it's talking about the NBA. Why not go? How can you disparage their own website?
It's going to, either way you look at it, it's going to be solved by tomorrow. And by 6 o'clock tomorrow, all the seeds going to be.
We got to have some better answers. Right now, our information
and that's why we're here.
Kind of scrambled right now.
That's why we're here. We're here to talk. We're here to try to dissect everything.
Okay, so we gotta get out here in a few minutes. So Cavaliers and Magic. Do we need to talk about that one? That's actually gonna be kind of interesting. I got the Magic also. I mean, it's too even to Magic on this.
Man.
I think Cleveland.
Can't go wrong with Cleveland either.
I mean,
Colin Sexton on board, Jared Allen. I mean, that's gonna be a scrappy game, but just nobody's talking about it. There's really no it factor because Donovan Mitchell.
It's not.
It
doesn't jump out at you.
Yeah, Donovan Mitchell is not the starter everybody thought he was gonna be. Paulo Ventura, he's coming.
I mean, it's not.
But he's coming at a bad time. He's coming at a bad time because Paulo Ventura is up and coming along with the Victor Wembanyama, Chet Holmgren era. He's not going to no matter what Paulo Ventura is going to do, he's not going to overshadow those guys unless he wins a championship first. That's the only way he's going to overshadow those guys. So they're going to be under the radar until then. He's number three most must see is the best that he can go for. Before we get out here, Lamar Jefferson said Phoenix is a big disappointment, a bigger disappointment than my 76ers. Hey, watch out for your 76ers. They might be able to turn some things around. But guys, it's time for us to get on out here. It's going 11:30. We're gonna be back here around 2:30, between 2:30.
2:30.
Yeah, 2:30, Kevin. 2:30 is good enough for you?
Yeah, that's good.
2:30, we'll be back with the Studio W Sports page. Yo, Joe, for Sid, the Boxing Guru, Mark Daniels. All right, thank everybody for joining us. All right, Emma, thank you for chiming in. And also, Lamar Jefferson, thank you for chiming in. Hey, I'm going to come 2:30. We'll be back here. I'm putting a link in the comments. It's going to get wild. It's going off the rails. So if I don't catch y'all this evening, hey, I'll just see y'all in church tomorrow.
Part 2.